everyone. I am sorry it took me a few minutes to get here. I didn't even think about that, but internet went down. It never happens, but it happened today, as always. So yeah, I was having trouble turning this computer on, and maybe because I have, I don't know, three other computers trying to use them all. But I am here, and I am Tachi. For those who don't know me, I will. This is my first time using this Google Hangouts. So I tried a trial the other day, and I really wanted to have people and interaction here, but it didn't work. I don't know if the people I was doing the trial with also didn't know how to work. Um, so if you want to get in touch with me, I think there is a chat room supposedly here. I don't know if I can see it. I believe you might have to be on your Google Hangout profile or have a Gmail account. I'm not sure. So there is a chat room as a group chat here, and if I hear from you, that will be great. If not, that is okay too. I just wanted to, oops, open the wrong thing here. Um, let's see. Let me just situate. So my other computer, as I said, the internet wouldn't go on, so I had to switch it, and now I'm trying to get all the files into this computer so I can talk to you guys, and I can put some other your stuff here. Just give me 1 second so I can all right. Looks great. All right, so I don't know what's going on. Oh, and I hope you guys have, is it? I don't know if I closed my page or not. I think it's still here. And okay, no, that was wrong. All right, anyways, so yes, I also have construction going on next door, so bear with me. If it gets too loud, then I don't know, maybe we're just gonna have to reschedule this. But so hi again, I am Tachi. I want to welcome you all to this Google Hangout. Thank you for joining me today or watching online. It's gonna be on YouTube afterwards. I am a career nanny in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and I'm also a nanny and parent coach. And again, if you want to talk to me, I think I might be able to. I have my phone with me, so if you tweet or if you go on my Facebook page, you can leave me comments on there. And I have a session, a part on the webinar that I ask you guys to do stuff, but I had to edit that because I couldn't figure out how to get people to interact with me during this one. So it might be me that I don't know how to enable things there, but sorry. What else? So let's start with first, like why I'm doing this Google Hangout. I have done this for years, and I used to do with some of my friends, even back in Brazil, and sometimes just I actually grew up doing that with my family. My dad was always the one who was like, the 5-year plan, what are your goals, what do you do? So it is something that I'm very used to it, and I thought, it's the new year. I would love to extend my, my habits, my culture, what I do for you guys to, to share. I think it's a good thing. My background in goal setting, first, it's, as I said, life. I guess I've always done it, and it has worked great. I do believe everything I have in life, it wasn't really just luck. I really wanted everything I have. In the last couple of years, I've been to school. I'm just about to get my master's of management, and I was working a lot with leadership and coaching, and there's a lot of goal setting and visualization and all that. So I thought it was great to do this as well. So for those who don't know me, I am originally from Brazil, and as I said, my life story, I think it starts with well, coming to the US. I was 9 years old when I decided that I wanted to come to the States. And of course, I didn't come from a, wealthy family or anything. And when I told my dad I wanted to come, he just like, all right, yes. So how do you plan to do that? It wasn't like he could just shoot me away, or, um, you know, we could just pack and come. So what happened was, even at 9, my dad, he asked me, he's like, well, how do you plan on going there? Do you speak the language? No. Do you have money? No. So I think that was definitely my first goal setting. At 9 years old, I really made a commitment that I was going to learn English, that I was going to save money, and that's how I started. So I did start learning English. My parents didn't even know for the first 3 months. I This is a 10-year-old child, and I was going to school and all that. And when I was 11, I asked my dad for a job because I knew I needed money, and I needed work. So I started working with him. We opened a savings account, even though it was like something like $5 a month. I would get the money and I would put in an account, and that was my, going to the U.S. money. Of course, it took forever. I mean, I was 9, 10 years old. I started working for another company when I was 15. Stopped working with my dad, make real money still, let's say, I don't know, not even $100 a month. But I saved all that. And as soon as I was 18, I found out about the au pair program. And I had the exact same, amount that I needed to come here. And by then, I spoke the language. I was actually an English teacher in Brazil. And it worked. And I know it took a while. It's not something that it happened overnight, but it did. I think, I do see that as my first thing. And, through those years, there was definitely more things that I put my mind to it and I did it. Um, so that's where I come from, and that's why I'm here. And that's why I think you guys should listen. Because it's not me. I do believe that you can always get what you want, as long as you're willing to put the work on it, as long as you're willing to commit, to it, as long as you have a clear vision of what you want. Um, it's Yeah. And I think the first step for you to stop and think about it, it's really like the huge step, like the biggest thing. Make a little time, even for 10 minutes, to really, really, really think about what you want. It's not about, I know it's the beginning of the year. A lot of people do those New Year's resolution list, and you just make it like you don't really put a lot of thought to it. Sometimes you just write it, and God knows where that ends up, right? So I do that too, and some of my goals really, I actually do by the end of the year. But the only ones I actually make are the ones that I really have a good intention and it's on my mind throughout the year. And I don't necessarily need the list to remind me because I don't know where I put the list to write. I usually write a lot of stuff. But yeah, that's what I want to say. So, taking the time really to see what um, you really want. Here, it's a great start. You guys are spending this time today, and I will share some of the stuff that I use. And hopefully, afterwards, you guys can just take another 15 minutes to do your own. And as I said, I'll say afterwards, I'll be more than happy to give you feedback on your goals if you guys need it. Just again, go to my Facebook page, YouTube, shoot me an email, nannythatty@gmail.com or tatty@nannythatty.com. And that's you spell Thaty, Thaty. All right, so let's see. We are gonna start it, and I had trouble with this yesterday. Let me just try again to see if I can. It does say to have a few people watching live, which is awesome. Thanks guys for joining me. And let me see. I really don't know if I can. How do I make you guys appear here? Uh, Maybe just me. I don't know. I can't figure out. Anyways, let me share the screen. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna put a PowerPoint in, and share screen. So this is the part that you never really worked afterwards, but we are gonna see, and we are gonna try this one now. Share, and I want to share this page. And we're gonna do this. Okay. I don't think you guys can see me yet, can you? Or can you? No. Let's try that again. Screen share. There we go. Here it is. All right. No, I don't want to stop sharing. I want to keep sharing. Here we go. All right. So let me actually, I don't know if I mute my observations, if you guys can see that one too. All right. So goal setting for a fulfilling year. Again, I would love to hear from you. I don't know how, but as I said, you can contact me on Facebook. And you can shoot me email. I think actually someone actually contacted me on Facebook. And let's see, I don't know the name. Yes, I will have handouts. I will post it on either the YouTube link, which is going to be the permanent one afterwards. And I'll put it in there. I'll put also on the Facebook event. I have 2 handouts, which is the goal sheet for you guys to do it. And maybe some more resource over there. Again, this is just my contact information. Oh, shoot. Oh my God, someone else is watching, another friend from here in Cambridge. All right, so we're going to start with what is goal setting, right? So if I want to hear from you, you guys stop and think about it. What is goal setting? Is it just writing your New Year's resolution? Is it just, something you really want to do? For me, goal setting is commitment. Goal setting is having something you really, really, really want to, and you commit to it, and you committed to make it happen. I really believe that everything we have, it's not luck, it's not by chance. You can say karma or anything. I think it's our choices, right? We are amazing human beings, and we are able to make, smart decisions. So, we are able to really think through, we can think in the future. And for me, it's for you to decide what you want, commit to make it work, and take responsibility for it. So if I don't get something, I won't, I'm not the one who blaming the world. And God knows I've had, you guys don't know me. And of course, I'm not the one who cries about, when things don't go my way, unless we're playing Monopoly, but just joke aside. But I did have some very, some challenges in life. And, my staying here for all these years hasn't been easy. And, when you try to do everything right, when you try, it's just a lot. It doesn't matter, but I do believe it's, it's up to me to decide what's going to be. It's up to me to be resilient, to bounce back, and think of other ways to reach that goal. So it's I do take accountability, responsibility for what I want. So let's see. Here I found on the internet. I love memes, so bear with me here. But goals are dreams with deadlines, right? So if you want something, you can just dream big, which my friends, the ones that know me know I dream really big. But they're just dreams if you actually don't do anything with them. So if you put a deadline to it, then you're committing yourself to really make it happen. Tony Robbins says, setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into the visible, which I really love this part, because it's part of the visualization we hear about, right? So we, if we want something, we really need to know what we want, and we should be able to see what we want. It should be visible for us, right? Because if I want to say, well, if I have a goal that, I just want to be happy, how do you, it's kind of invisible. So for you to make it a goal or setting a goal, like, you need to see what, visualize what happy feels like. Think of yourself. When are you on the happiest? When you have all your friends around in a party, when, you have your children with you and you're holding them, or, there are different, different meanings to happy, or happiness to different people. So sometimes what happy for you is not happy, to your spouse or to your best friend. So that's why we need to be able to visualize what we want, or what that goal is. And then my favorite, a goal without a plan is just a wish, right? Which still works. Like, you can wish for something really hard and your brain is gonna make it work. We're gonna get there too in a second. But yes, goals are dreams with deadlines. Setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into visible. And a goal without a plan is just a wish. And I just realized you guys are not seeing this, are you? Because, are you? Hold on. Did I? Hold on. I think, can you hold 1 second? I don't know if your Google just froze on me, or I guess not. I don't know. If I put it on the full page, I don't think it actually shares, which is pretty bad. Let me see. Someone just texted me like, "Yep, Tati, we just did the first one." And sorry guys. Here I just now I have like 4 people telling me that. Oh, this is cool because I know you guys are listening to it, so that's cool. I'm sorry. Come on, I want you to share. Hold on, let's go back to the main screen. I don't know why. Let me see if I have. I'm gonna put this one and haha. Hi, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Let me see. Let me try one more thing. I'm gonna try again. And I was already 5 slides into it, so I'm sorry. Here we go. I think now I got it. So let me see, and I'll go back for you guys to see the memes and everything. Actually, I don't know if it froze. In the other one, it seems that it doesn't seem to be moving. Just they have the memes in there. What do you guys see? The one that says Thaty. So I'm moving around. I know it's a little bit slower in there. So I don't know if it's really moving or not. Just the PowerPoint stream. I think. I guess it didn't change yet, did it? Huh. Hangouts, stop sharing. Okay, I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna try one more time, just because I don't know what this is happening. Or maybe someone said like, now it's working, Tati. After I just clicked that one. PowerPoint slideshow. Yes, please share. Sharing. All right, I think I see the second one now. Okay, cool. You guys see commitment? That is the page where I am at. Actually, I already talked about that one. At least I think it is sharing, unless it's a frozen screen and it doesn't move, which that shouldn't be interesting. So we talk about commitment, and here are the setting goals in the first step. Or maybe it doesn't work. Well, which is gonna be a bummer. I see the second one. It's moving, but it makes a cut the voice. Do you guys see the pictures? Oh yes, okay. I think it is moving. It just takes forever. All right, so I will keep going. Thanks, Gina, and thanks, Devin, and what else is? I don't know. There's a third person, which I actually don't get names for it, but interesting, cool. All right, so yes, this is what I was talking about. See, they were actually cute, and you just heard my voice, but oh well. So yeah, after that, what I what I tell you guys, because success of achieving your goals is backed up by your spiritual faith and science. And whoa, it's blowing your mind, isn't it? And I hope you guys are not listening to all the construction that's going on next to my door right now because it's really loud. Um, so yes, faith and science. Why do I say that? Well, it doesn't matter what's your spiritual belief, but lots of them have, believe in a dream, like, have faith. If you believe in God, God is there. A bunch of Bible sayings, and I won't be able to quote you because I haven't really read the Bible in English in a very long time, and but to remember some of the sayings in Portuguese at least. Um, but yeah, if you have faith, and God will basically make things happen and all that. But the interesting things, me, I'm a nerd, and I, love learning about neurosciences and all that. And when I say it's backed up by science, is there are a lot of studies out there, or that they tell you the power of the visualization. What happens is when you really know what you want, when it's clear in your, in your head what you want. We are so smart, and even our subconscious will make things happen for us, like they will, or it will be, looking for resources for us, even unconsciously, right? So we will find ways when we are out of ways. It may not be like when you have that idea, it's like, oh, why didn't I think of that? Well, that's your brain working. So that's what I say, like, that's why it's so important for you to know what you want, why you want it, and visualize and feel it, because in mysterious ways, your brain's going to be working on finding the resources and, putting on the place where that can be achieved, right? And that's pretty cool. I mean, that's, I don't know, I think that's why I never, I'm the one to never give up. And I believe, I have a lot of faith, of course, but I also think, well, brains are awesome, and they do amazing stuff, man. All right, so we're gonna get started. I'm not gonna spend a lot of long time here. I do want to give you guys some time to do something, and then you can get back to me. I can give you feedback. If we don't have time to do it during the live streaming, we can I can definitely get back to you guys later. At least I know some of my friends are watching. There's some people in Brazil watching, which is pretty cool. Practicing their English. It would be great if they were my former students. Pretty awesome. So, okay, let's enough chat, Thaty. Let's get started. So the first thing to do, and I already talked about, is to visualize, right? And there are 3 ways that you can do that. I mean, there are probably more ways, but 3 common ways to do that: vision board, mind mapping, and the good old list. So vision board, they have a see it, believe it, achieve it. You can have, I love the collages, something great to do with kids. If your nanny's watching and you want to do, get them into the habit. That's what I used to do when I was a kid, actually. The vision board is always good. I actually do get crafty in the stage because it gives me motivated and, inspiring. I will actually share with you guys my mind map in a second. But yeah, vision board, a way to start. Pictures of what you want. If it's materialistic, you can, cut that house or something. You can put it in there. Mind mapping, I just got into in the last couple years, I believe. The current one that I have in my room, it is a mind mapping. It's a shorter version of, my mind mapping, but it's fun to do it. And, it's pretty to be in the wall. I don't know if you guys, any of my friends that are watching have been in my room a couple of months ago. I do have all the walls with mind maps and my RPMs, which is another thing we're going to talk in a bit. And the list. Lists you can do anywhere, everywhere. I pretty much write, I don't know, 3 to 5 lists a day for everything, to-do lists when you wake up, and then emails you need to send. So that's very basic, right? You guys can do that, well, the mind mapping your list is, just a couple minutes. If you want to go do a project, of course, something you want to look at it every day and be pretty in display. The vision board might take you a little bit longer. I will show you guys my mind mapping. So hold with me. All right, you need to go back. Shit, keep forgetting how to do this. Stop sharing. Just want to make sure it goes back to the right thing afterwards. Let's see if you guys are still seeing me. Control, where am I? Oh, here, yeah, hi. So I actually have two, and it's in the wall. I actually put it on the like contact paper so it lasts more. I just put from my wall. I have one. I don't want you guys to read it. It's mine. So my first one is my personal vision board, my 5-year plan. There you go. You guys can see there's some big goals, and then there's a timeline on my little, in here when it's going to be completed, and what it means, the details for each one. So my first one, not first one, what was my first one? Which I've been doing terrible at it, but I put in one because it's something I started now, is to get healthy and get in shape and exercise. I bet it's a lot of people's first on the list. I started well, but this is always the one that I struggle. Not because I don't want it, because time. I know it's terrible, but anyways, this one, second one was to get married, and I did. So it happened. You can put in there. I mean, of course, you need another person, but you can make it happen by yourself. But again, I just think I showed my husband that, well, I talked to him the other day. I did a what's called a paper room executive coaching a couple years ago. And it's the same thing. So they had like huge posters to write down your goals, what you wanted with timeline. And I actually put, meet a really nice guy, get married and all that. And the deadline was December 2014. And I just took it out of the pocket. I actually want to show you guys too. I just took it out of the, the tube that's been there almost 2 years. 2 days ago, when I was preparing the material for this webinar, and I saw that the deadline, I forgot. I knew it was there somewhere, but I didn't know. I forgot that I put dates for it, and it was December 2014, which is exactly when my husband and I started talking. So that was like, wow, and there were like two, three other goals there that had the date, and it happened. So that was pretty cool. Like, I didn't even remember those, but I guess it works. So yeah, so there's, I have this one. I have, start a family, of course. Again, this is the 5-year plan, so some things already happened and they're heavy crossed, and some things are, by 2020. So I did this last year. And then I have my career dream vision board, which is just actually the mind mapping, which talks about, I want to get a PhD. There's the amount of money I want to be making. It's big. I don't know how I'm going to make that, because I don't want to charge people who are, when I teach workshops and all that. But I was just wondering that the other day, maybe I do need to start playing the lottery so I can do things for free. Yeah, and teaching a couple of things, writing books. So yeah, it's fun to do it. You can do it with kids. I mean, I did it on my own, but get markers, get colorful. It's something good to look at it. So let's go back to the PowerPoint. If I can find the thing to shit again. Oh, let's see. I still don't see people in the chat room, so I can't. I don't know. I need to start my other computer, which I was going to use for the Facebook or Twitter interaction. Again, the internet is not connecting to that one, so that's a bummer. Okay, let's go back to our PowerPoint. So yeah, so you got the idea. If you guys need help with that, I feel like there's no right or wrong. So it's really sit down and think about what you want, make a list, visualize, and excuse me, just to get started. The second second thing you need to do, I don't know why it's taking really forever. Oh, yeah, one little point here. Clarity. Clarity is crucial. And I tell you, I cannot stress this enough. You need to be able to get, like, to be really, really realistic, not realistic, but you need to be able to see, to feel, to really express what you want, right? And why I say this, I have met a lot of people over the years, really smart people with really amazing potential. And for the longest time, I wondered, why don't they have what they're going for, right? Or, either if it's a business or just, you know, personal friends, or like, why this person is really smart, like this person has the resources, why is this not happening? Well, it's the scattered person. Like when you have things all over the place, you want a lot of things, and you want to do all at once, and you're not really sure why you want it. You're not really sure what it feels like having what you want. So this is really, really important. You must, maybe that's why I'm struggling with, the health part. I know I want to be healthier, but I never sit down and say, like, what is healthy for me? It's just like, losing 30 pounds, or it's actually, eating fruit once a week, or which, I should start in there. But yes, clarity is really, really important. You really need to pin down one thing, visualize, and work with one thing at a time. All right. Okay, so number two is break down and prioritize. So that comes from the clarity, right? If you have a bunch of things you want, it's okay. I mean, I work with several RPMs. I'll talk about that later. I work with several in any given time, but I do have what are the ones that I really need, that I need to focus. And when I'm working on one, I keep my focus on that one. So the second one, as I put there, and I said earlier, you can't always get what you want as long as you work for it, right? It's not luck. It's not, things are just going to happen and come your way. Yes, your brain's going to do a lot of work, but you need to be willing to put some work on it. Hold on. Gina's asking if for career. Yes. So she asked if I have one mind mapping for career and what others. So I have this one that I have in my room is a career and a personal life. So the personal, it's, some examples of my mind mapping of the personal one. I have, I did have the get married was actually get healthy is number one, get married to, third one is my new one. I was really buying a condo. So that's my, it's personal achievement. Upgrade my ride. So I wanted to get rid of Kismobile and buy a Jeep. So I have that in two. And actually I have two fours. The fours are travel. There are some places that I still want to visit. So I have those places down. And my car. Then I have the family, which is number 5. And again, I have time frames for this. So some of them is 1 year, others, start now until, forever, or others, from now until 2016, 2017. I have the family. I have a family reunion. One of my big dreams, I want to have my family from Brazil here with me all together, because they were never able to come and visit me all at once, so we can have, enjoy the place as a family. So I have here, I do want to have a family reunion in Disney World, of course. So yeah, so one for personal and the other one for professional or career. And in my career, as I said, there's, I want to get a PhD. I want to write a book. I want to have, I did put this, actually, this should be more personal than executive, but I did put, I want to have executive than professional, but I want to have my own executive coach. I love this coach, I love coaching, I really do. And I had it once, my college offered, and it was amazing. And I would love to have someone to do this that I'm talking to you, that I'm doing with you guys. I would love to have someone to really, I have my therapist, and she works, for the meantime. She's been working for the last 9 years, but that is something I want to be able to afford, a personal coach and a personal assistant too. So these are the things I have on my professional one. I want to teach at a college. I want to be a keynote speaker. I want to publish 5 books by the end of 5 years. Yeah, anyways, so those are the ones that I have here. Okay, getting back there. So number 2, break down and prioritize. We're gonna get back to this one in a bit when we start, when I talk a little bit about the final steps. So what does it mean, break down and prioritize? As you saw here, I just mentioned my board, right? My mind mapping, or all the things I have for my personal. I prioritize. I put what is the most important one. What's going to happen next? What do I want second? What do I want third? If you guys ever see my lists, they are gigantic, and I know, I don't have time to do, to work on, a bazillion things that I want. I try my best, and everybody knows it's hard. So you need to see what you're willing to work now, what do you have time to work now, what do you need now, and make it a priority. And that's what I say, breaking down. Why? Because if you say I want to get more money, well, what does that mean? Does that mean you want to make, how much is more money for you? Is it $10,000 more than what you make, right now? Is it $1 million more than what you make now? So you need to, go step by step and see. As I said, it's the process of visualization, and really see, the steps. This is gonna go get you the steps, so you're gonna get to get it there. And then the third, choose your system. So this is what I'm gonna spend more time with you guys now. Give you my favorite, and talk about some of them. Some are very common. So SMART goals, those are being around forever. I believe everybody has heard of the SMART goals. SMART means that your goals are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time-bound. Really great if you have time to do those. I will share the one that I actually did in college, and I didn't complete it, the time frame, but actually I did complete like a year later. So this is the most used. You guys can find handouts on Google. Pretty sure if you type goal setting, it's going to be the first thing that comes out. Other ones, OGTM, more in business. I forgot organization. I know it's metrics. Goal. I actually forgot that one, and my notes are unavailable right now because I don't have internet on the other one. I forgot about that one. I will write it down what that is, but that's more for business, and I just did once for college as well. RPM is the one that I use for everything in my life. That is from Tony Robbins. It's not as complex as the goal setting, as the SMART goals. And SMART goals are not complex. I shouldn't say that. It's just, I think they're more detailed. But for some reason, RPM actually works for me. It's just easier and fast. And I have one for everything in my life. Like really, I've used RPM for the last, I want to say 6 years, I believe. From job search to, relationship to my thesis that I keep writing, to the projects I'm involved. It's really, I think it's simple, and it gives me the results. So that's the one I'm also going to talk about. I put that the buddy system. The buddy system is very common. You guys know, just having a friend, being accountable. Sometimes like, okay, let's do this. You commit to do something, and you find a person that you guys are going to hold you accountable, but you're going to be accountable to each other. So it's more of a moral system, moral support. The result system, really interesting. This is what I did a couple of years ago that I was talking about with an executive coach. Really interesting things to think about, but I don't think it's available there for, it's not that easy. I think you do need another person to work that one with you. It's harder to do on your own. You can definitely do it, but there's a lot of learning about it that's not gonna, I wouldn't be able to teach you guys, in just an hour. So, okay, those are the systems that I have. If you guys have any questions, comments, concern at this point, please shoot away. I can try to address anything. And if not, we're gonna go ahead and I'll show you, give you examples about the SMART goal and the RPM. So I know it takes a little bit. I don't know, you guys are, I would say at least 30 seconds behind me when I talk. So sometimes I'm just here like, the slide didn't even change yet. So, oh well. There we go. All right, I'm gonna keep going. If you guys have questions, just text me. All right. So we're gonna use, sorry, before we start, work the systems with the goals you prioritize on number 2. One thing that the systems that I mentioned earlier, I think I just switched it apart, they had in common is that they all require you to visualize, right? To know what it feels like to have that goal, to really, the clarity, right? They require that you have a purpose, that you know why you want to achieve that goal. So a goal for setting just for setting isn't, and I believe that this is actually the science part, right? When I told you about, your brain makes happen. Well, if you really know why, it's easier to get more motivated. And oh shit, I do need to start getting my other one to get motivated and help to, I don't know, to really commit, to really be up for the challenge, to be accountable for yourself. They require a deadline, time frame, a commitment. So they want to know, you need to put there, when do you want things done? Also, it's part of why that sense of urgency, it's going to make you go for it. And they require you to write it down. So that's why it's important for you to take 15 minutes, if you have to really write down what you want, why you want it, and when, what are you going to do to get it? And excuse me. I know. Okay, so Gina, you have some questions about the result system. Shoot me a question. You can write it down, all the questions you have, and I will talk more about at the end as well. Well, she said 2 questions. If you have many goals, you don't know where to start. How do you get clarity? That's a good question. That's my problem. Well, this is the thing. I would recommend, for those who never did any of this, to start with 1, right? I think it's totally doable to work with 2 at the same time. I actually did when I did my first SMART goal. I currently have at least 3 RPMs I'm working on right now. One's for my thesis. The one is for, what is the other one? The other one is just my personal, like the other writing that I have, and the other one I do have one for my personal health. So of course sometimes you need to just evaluate yourself and see if you're giving the the required focus to each of them, but it doesn't mean that you can only do one at a time. What it means is sometimes for you to achieve a bigger goal, you need to achieve the little one first. So one thing that I didn't mention, like, when you talk about goals, goal setting, there are 3 types of goal setting. They are the short-term goals, medium-term goals, and long-term goals. And sometimes for you to reach the long-term goals, you need to set up a few short-term and medium-term. So I do believe it's totally doable. Again, when you prioritize, you need to see what do you need first. I guess it's part of asking the question. So when we go to the system, it's like, what's the purpose? Why do you need this now? So you know which one is more important to you, which one is clear for you now, right? Maybe, if you think you need both right now at the moment, then you can most certainly work with both. If you can dedicate time, to do the things you need to achieve them. So I think that's what you need. That's how you're going to decide what to do first. If you have the time, if you can commit to work on both at the same time. And to get clarity, well, again, it's really the visualization. One thing that I think it really helps, and it has helped me in the past, is to talk to other people about it. The more you talk, and I found that at least with my thesis, when I started, I knew I had an idea, I knew what I wanted to say, but the more I talked about it, with other people, the more I understood what I was saying, and it clearly became to me what I really wanted to write. So now, 3 years later, I know exactly what I want to write, like where I'm going. Writing before is just a mind mapping. You don't really have the full, like you learn more the more you talk about it, right? So the more you go back to your goals, the more you visualize, the more you understand why it's important to you, why you want it. I think it becomes really, really clear to you. I hope that answers your question, Gina. You can, message me later, and I can talk more about it. So let's keep going. I know we started a little bit late, so we can run a little bit late too. Actually, YouTube gave me 8 hours. So you guys want to spend 8 hours, Thaty? Woohoo! I know, sorry. Let's not get carried away. All right, so we are going to work with two. As I said, we're going to work with SMART goals, and we're going to work with the RPM, which is Tony Robbins' rapid planning method. Really, really good. Again, RPM is the one that I use all the time. SMART is the most known, system out there. You can Google, you'll find lots of it. Okay, so to work with SMART, I won't spend much time on this one because you really can find a lot on Google in there on this one. But questions you need to ask: what makes your goal specific? Right? That's the S for SMART. How can you measure your goal? You need to be able to tell when you have achieved or not, right? So how can you measure? If I want to be rich, well, when is rich for you? Is it when you start making $300,000 a year, or is it when you start making $500,000 a year? How are you going to measure that, right? And you probably want to measure your progress. So is it measurable? How will you attain your goal? So how are you going to get there? How can you be rich, right? You have to work. Well, what kind of job do you have to work? What makes your goal realistic? Are you in the position when you can, apply for a job that makes a lot of money? Do you perhaps need to take another professional development course to put you a little bit ahead, to try a new, if you have a position coming out in your company, like an opening and makes really good money, can you get there? If not, how will you attain that? How would you get that? Perhaps it is, maybe you do need to brush up your professional skills. So again, little things you need to ask yourself, lots of questions, so it becomes clear to you your path, right? What makes it realistic? So yes, I just get out of college, and let's see, I want to, or with a degree, and maybe I have a degree in English, which it's not bad. I'm sorry, I'm not going to use this as a bad example, but just it's what is something that I went to school for as well. But then I want to be a doctor. Well, in 5 years or in 2 years, is that realistic? No, I doubt it. I'm going to be able to be a doctor in 2 years. It's not realistic, right? Even if I went to school full time, we have what do you call residency, and we know that takes even more. It's not because I can't be a doctor. It's not because I'm incapable to be a doctor. It's just it's realistic because I need more time, right? I'll probably have to go back to med school. Well, I will have to go back to to attend med school, do residency, and then become a doctor. So you need to ask if it's realistic. And what's the timeline? So this is the timeline. Is it realistic if I want to be a doctor in 10 years? Yes, it could be, right? 10 years is enough time for you to, go back to school, go to med school, do your residency, and become a doctor. So if your timeline is 10 years, then, it is realistic to you and you can make it work. So yes, you definitely need a timeline and a deadline. All right, so here's a sample of one, and I will share the one that I have. Very simple. This is the one that I got in my college 3 years ago, actually. It was, I think, September 2013, when I just started the Masters of Management. As questions you have to ask, specific. What exactly will you accomplish? How you know when you have reached the goal? Is it achievable? Is this goal realistic with effort and commitment? Have you got the resources to achieve the goal? If not, how will you get them? Relevant. Why is this goal significant to your life? Very important. You guys need to know why you're doing something. Timely. when will you achieve this goal? This is the commitment that we're talking about, the commitment to yourself. This goal is important because, which goes back to, the question, the relevant, right? The benefits of achieving this goal will be, this is extra, right? Stops on T, but we had this in my worksheet, and again, the more questions you ask, the clearer you become, and the more motivated and it helps you to. And then, I don't know if you can see the lighting is terrible in here, but to take action, think about the potential obstacles and solutions, right? So for each obstacle, put in the solution. This is something that I did not know. I had seen the SMART goals before and I had used, but my professor had this on our worksheet, which I loved it. Like I know I can be very optimistic and positive about things, and I do love to anticipate problems. So when I saw that, I was like, very good for us to think about what could happen, what could go wrong. Because as I said, like, if your goal is to get married, well, I don't have even a boyfriend right now, and what if it happens, you're married, but then we're engaged and then something happens, a disaster or something. So things happen, right? And again, to get married, you depend on another person, which is a whole new thing. But anyways, it's great to be prepared with these ones. And then she did ask, what are the people you ask to help you if you need? Who are the people, like your support system, your buddy system? It is really good to have friends, close friends or family. I would just say you really want those who are genuinely happy for you. I also do believe that, I don't know, negative energy and all that. So some people are not really with you 100%, and there's a lot of envy in this world, sadly. And I know you need to choose your friends wisely. And then specific action steps. What are you doing to reach your goal? And then, she asks us like what they are, expected date, and complete it. So to achieve that big goal, of course, it's not one thing that I need to do that I will achieve, right? So those are to break down into little goals, right? The stepping stones for the bigger goal. And let me go back again. I will try, let's see, stop sharing. And I will show you guys my SMART goal. And I don't know why I didn't go back yet. Hi. All right, so let me find, where did I put it? I don't think it opened yet because I was running. So let's see, go SMART sheet. So this is a goal. I wrote this when, let's see. So September 2013. Let me just turn this off. I don't know if you can see just one page. Yeah, I guess you guys will have to see the whole thing. I'm just go there and share. Still learning how to share all of the stuff. Share. Here we go. Okay. So this was my goal for 2013, the end of 2013. It was my first semester back in college. And my professional goal was to present in Nannypalooza and National Nanny Training Day in 2014, and expand and maintain my online resources for parents and nanny. Those are my goals. I confess I didn't achieve them in 2014 because I actually, well, anyways, I did achieve last year though, 2015. So I did present a National Nanny Training Day in 2014, but not in Nannypalooza. But last year I did present in both of them, and I'm doing better with the second one. So this was my goal. Number 2, Gina just asked, so see, these are 2 that present, or 3, present in 2 conferences and expand my online resource. Specific, so I wrote down what exactly I want to accomplish. So in terms of the resources, I want to write at least 1 article post a month. I want to shoot YouTube videos that never happened, so that was bad. The radio show, yes, I have continued. And to be a speaker for National Nanny Training Day in Nannypalooza, and I put the date. Actually, exactly real complicated. Well, yeah, I just present. How will I know I have achieved this goal? Well, it has here, the schedule time, or I believe that people have more feedback from people, building audience and all that. For the conference as well, I will be a presenter, guest speaker, once I have submitted a proposal and it was approved. So I will know that these are also the steps, right, that I need to do. I need to submit a proposal and I need to get approved. There is a chance, that's like, what if it wasn't approved? Then, try again last year. For me, I never submitted them, so that was bad. But I submitted them last year and it worked. Achievable, is it achievable? And look at me, this is me writing to myself, right? So like, yes, totally doable. I have done it before, but life happened, which is always a great excuse. I mean, not great, but it's, believe me, I've used so many times and I hate myself for it, but it does. But it's important for you to get on track again, bounce back, and keep trying. So yeah, I put it in there, and now I need to go back, blah blah. Did I say I'm a great writer? Wow, I have a lot of faith in myself, and I have coached enough. Anyways, I have coached parents and nannies informally, and now is the time to take it to the next level. Relevant, why is it important? For me, I want my name to be out there so people know I have been doing this for a couple of years. Eventually, I really want to do more in terms of leadership and coaching. So this is me 3 years ago. I am passionate about the industry and I feel I have a lot to contribute. So at the moment, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so I talk, the presentation. I presented before, so I think I have experience and I know I want to do it again. Great way to assure myself this is the path I really love and that is why I'm really great at it. When, this is the time frame, April 14, 2014, October 2014. Again, I did for one, not for the second one. It's important because, as I said, I put here, it was the kickoff of my career as a professional nanny and parent coach, which was. That's really when I started doing more of the coaching and leadership stuff and become more involved with others. The benefits for me was, just self-satisfaction, really, building my reputation and branding on Nanny Thaty. That's also when I actually started using more of the Nanny Thaty out there. Appreciation, and I put monetary, perhaps. I mean, I wasn't really expecting making money out of any of those. But I guess opportunities come, and when time was for, finding another job, it has definitely helped me in the past. So this is what they say, right? Potential obstacle. For me, time is always the biggest thing for all my goals. As you know, I've been a full-time student, overtime worker forever. So it is like, I believe it's the hardest part, really, to make chunks of time to work on things, especially for writing, which is the one that I really struggle because I need big blocks for writing. Let's see. Having trouble, anyways, like you put there, I put my support system, and I don't know. Anyways, I guess you guys can you guys still hear me? I know it's an hour. I hope it doesn't cut the live stream. I will go ahead and do the RPM because that's the one that it's more important, that I really like. I'll do faster so you guys can keep on it. Can you guys see this one or no? I think I need to go back to the first screen to share that for some reason. Okay, I'm gonna go for the RPM because that's really the really cool one, or the one that I really like using. All right, so RPM, result, that means result purpose method. This one is way simpler than the other one. For me, as I said, this is the one that I use pretty much for everything. Again, RPM, I have posters in my room with this one, especially for my IOP, which I'm going to share with you guys in a second. And RPM means result purpose method. First, what is the result you want? And what does the result look like? Again, this is the part where you visualize and you know exactly what you want. Purpose, why do you want it? What does it mean to you? Why is it important to you? method, how you're gonna get there. So it's a shrinked version of all the other ones. It's just, it gets the basic things, but you still need to ask questions and answer. And for me, it's just easier because this one I can do anywhere. Like really, I can sit down in 5 minutes, and because I'm in the habit of doing it, I've done God knows hundreds of this in the last couple of years. So I can do it really fast. Actually, I will show it to you. Let's see. Let's go back. So I just found it before I talk here. An RPM that I did for my job search a couple years ago. And so I just found a P. So when I started my job search, this is what I put. So I had it. I hope you guys can see me. Find a job. Well, what is a new job? It means, I have the amount that I wanted to make a year. I put the age of the kids. What does it mean? Like the wonderful family I wanted. I wanted long term. I wanted 40 hours or 50 hours a week. So I have very detailed what that job looks like, right? It's not just finding a job. Like I have very specifics about this job. Purpose. Why do I need that job? Why do I need to make that amount of money? Why do I need to have, well, like, what does it mean, the wonderful family? So I put, I need to pay college. I need to save for a house. I need to, I need infants so I can, continue to go to school and do my work when the baby's napping. So I just break down that goal and, ask myself why and give all the reasons why. And then method, which is the most important, which I think a lot of people fail when they do job search, is really commit to like, okay, you're job searching. I see people, I don't know, I'm terrible, but it's just, I've never been an employee for more than 2 weeks. And it's not because I'm just awesome. I don't think it's that. I think it's because when I go and I do a job search, one of the things, I don't think I've ever went one day that I didn't have a job that I didn't apply for at least 20 jobs. So I really commit myself, to spend at least 3 hours a day on job hunting and, apply to at least 20 jobs a day. So I think that's, it's massive action that Tony talks about. You're not going to find a job that easy if you're applying for one job a day. Like it's statistics, like for any, for 20 jobs that I apply, maybe 5 people get back to me. Maybe I'll get 1 interview out of those 20. So that's why, shoot for 100 so I can have, 10 interviews or so 50 people get back to me, you have 10 interviews and I get 1 job, right? So yeah, again, I found this is from August 28th, 2013. All right, let's go back to that one. I'm almost done, guys. I think I just have 2 more people. I don't know if it's still showing in there, but I hope it is. And I will share this with you because I know this is definitely the most important one, or the one that I think you guys will like it. All right, so this is the current one I have in place. My ILP, I need to be edited, bounded, and turned into my advisor by April 20th. And this is the one that I have, the big one in my room. The purpose, I need to graduate, right? And I want to publish as well, and I want to have it published before summer. And then, it's going to free my time to focus on other things. I do have a lot of things going on after the 3rd trimester of the year. It'll be great to have this done and get over with so I can focus on my PhD, which is true. I cannot start another program until I'm really done with this one. So I really need to get this done. And method, this is just a basic one. One of the things I put it in there to make the writing time. So I now blocked times of, to work on the writing. I'm working on a dedicated writing space, which is going to be, clear clutter, just somewhere I can really focus on writing. And I also talked to my advisor, and I'm going to be reporting back every 2 weeks, every other week. So that's my current one of my RPM. Again, it's much simpler, and I guess it's because I've used forever, so it's I'm very used to it, and it works. Right, so that's what I had. I'm sorry it was a little bit rushed to the end, and the little technical difficulties. I hope it's still streaming so you guys can see the rest of it. I will definitely post some handouts and those worksheets for you guys. in a bit. I do have another conference call coming in just a second, and then I need to get on that one. But feel free to write me back. You guys can email me at nannythatty@gmail.com or Thaty@nannythatty.com. You can tweet me. Just if you guys Google Nanny Thaty, any of those websites, you'll find me on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and I really look forward to hear from you. And I hope you guys take the time to write down what you guys want for this year. Do a little bit more than the resolution list, right? And I will be here if you guys need me. And yeah, that's all. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's see. And I will let you guys see my face one more time. And I'll say goodbye to you. And let's see, when I have another workshop, I hope to see you guys again. All right. Thank you. Goodbye. Bye.